I'd like to thank my dear friend and sports mentor, Coach Belichick, for joining us on this first edition of Suiting Up with Paul Rabil. Cutting at the right time is more important than being fast. And this past Monday, I launched the premiere episode of my newest project. It's called Suiting Up with Paul Rabil. It's a podcast where I sit down with like-minded athlete entrepreneurs to discuss their playbook of tools. So YouTube's going really well, thanks to you guys. Hit 100,000 subscriptions. Lizards beat Atlanta down in Atlanta this past weekend, thanks to my teammates.
Anyone can score, we think, at any moment. We're trying to figure ourselves out.
And we just launched a podcast, which we're excited about. But today, we're doing my annual gear bag video. Let's dive in. Starting off from the top, I like to stay pretty organized. It's the way that I like to process. And in this case, it's no different with my bag. So I start with my helmets, I move on to my stick heads, some padding, cleats. And many of you may have noticed that I'm working on transitioning over to my Warrior Evo helmet. Pretty psyched about it. Now here is what I like to call a packing hack for all of you guys that like to load up your gear bags with a bunch of stuff. I put my gloves, and in this case, my elbows inside of my helmets. It saves room. Here are my gloves I've been using all season. They're Rabil gloves. See my name right there. Lizards print and white. Pretty cool, flexible, shoot the ball well so far, here and there. And my elbow pads. Yep, 1, 2. They keep me protected. And they're really flexible too, like my gloves. So, yep, that's what I'm using. My Lizards penny, practice penny. Boom. We've got a New Balance wrap for my back. Keeps me warm during warm-ups. I guess that's what warm-ups are for, right? And a thigh sleeve. I haven't used this, but this will go on if my thighs are getting tight. Onto a couple of heads here. You guys have seen this already. It is the Warp, the Rabil Warp, the another Rabil 2. It's a backup. My Rabil shoulder pads. I haven't used them yet, but they're ready when I decide to. There's the tag. And my cleats. These are one of the pairs that I've been using this year. I like to keep balls in the cleats too, just so I always have something to play with. Now on to some of the goodies. You guys may have spotted a yellow and black strap in there. These are TRX straps. I like to keep them in my bag because most of the time I'm traveling for games, be it away or to the team hotel, and I like to get a nice stretch and workout in. It's part of my daily ritual, so I hang these things from the door, do pull-ups, do ab work, do chest work, or I'll just hang. Those are the straps. You guys know these. Backup, custom orthotics. They go in my cleats. On to my gamers. Games 1 and 2, use this one. You may have seen it in my weapon of choice video. Game 3, I took out the Black Knight, and she shot pretty well, so nice job. Secret pockets. In here, I have a resistant band. I like to warm up with this thing. I've got another lacrosse ball, some tape, more tape, more tape. Another resistant band in case I lose the first one. Of course, a screwdriver and trusty GoPro and hair tie. Ugh, nah, we won't show that. I especially like to keep GoPros in my bag because it constantly reminds me to be filming while I shoot. It's a learning experience for me, but also an opportunity for me to show you what I'm doing.
Final pocket.
In this pocket, I keep most of the gear that I use to either warm up or protect my knees, my joints, my elbows during games. So here's all this stuff. New Balance, Donjoy, rock tape, you name it. What else we got in here? What the heck? That's my 2017 New York Lizards gear bag. It's got all my tools in it that help me play well on the field and also have fun. That's a pain in the ass. A lot goes into being greasy on the field and in the locker room. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I also hope you're enjoying the MLL season and college lacrosse playoffs. Wow, what a group of games the first round was. I'm excited for the quarterfinals this weekend. And then Final Four in Boston next week. A lot of gear and a lot of news. Last thing I didn't mention, 100K giveaway winners announced this Friday. Hashtag Ask Paul. See you then.